think of the lose, so I decided to grow. Yeah, and I decided to glue. Stick to the walls. I just got sick of the blows, so I decided to grow. Yeah, decided to glue. Stick to the walls. I just got sick of the blows, so I decided to grow. Yeah, decided to glue. Stick to the walls. There's been plenty of moments that I fell in hard times. More often than not, getting faded was my lifeline. I realized that I've always struggled with change, but sometimes you gotta rearrange before you go insane. I've been doing my best to stay true to myself, put my next foot forward and smoking dope for my health. I never give up the music till I'm rolling in wealth. Some days I swear this basement's my own personal hell. Well, I love the sound of the city. Goddamn, I love the sound of the city. Yeah, yeah. I'm wide awake when you're with me. I feel better when you got my back, yeah. Red eyes, I'm sky high. I think this might be the best night that I've ever had, that I've ever spent with you. I confess I'm obsessed with the sex. Heart palpitations every time that she texts. I admit that we ain't always been the best for each other, but what is love without the little test? Girl, you know you're my sneaky link. When I'm with you, my ego shrink. I'm just craving time for us alone. I think about you every time I'm home smoking dope. I love the sound of the city. Goddamn, I love the sound of the city. Yeah, yeah. I'm wide awake when you're with me. I feel better when you got my back, yeah. Red eyes, I'm sky high. I think this might be the best night that I've ever had, that I've ever spent with you.
Hey, happy Friday, everybody. How's everyone doing? Sorry I missed the stream on Wednesday. I went to a concert, and really nothing major happened. Today we're going to cover what's happening. A lot has happened with stocks and crypto. A lot of macro signals going off. A lot of not good things if you were a bull last week. You guys know me. I've been pretty bearish for like 10 months. There's really nothing that's been bullish at all over the last 10 months. Absolutely nothing. But time and time again, I post the analysis. I have the live streams. We free Discord. We provide, we as in me and some of my analysts provide pretty top tier analytics for people for free. And, time and time again, people give you the hate and you're under the tweets and all this nonsense. And here we are. Usually, and this is just from my own perspective, usually when the hate starts getting like every tweet, like multiple, like people are like, oh, you've been wrong and you're going to be wrong and you're an idiot and the bottom's in and all this, that's when I know the bottom's not in. I also had some people in Discord that said, fuck it, I'm going to long. We keep going up. That literally was the hour we topped. No joke. That was the hour that we topped at 25,200. And I said, that is a terrible reason to long. You shouldn't be longing. And they literally long the top. And hopefully that person, I'm not going to expose them, but that person learns in the future. As predicted, Moon Boys got wrecked. Yeah, pretty much. Most people, most retail bought the top yet again after we've given them warning after warning after warning. What do I think of the breakdown today with the relatively low volume? I don't know where you're seeing low volume. The whole entire pump was some of the lowest volume we've seen in months. Realistically, it doesn't really matter how much we dump at this point, like volume-wise, because the entire pump had the flattest volume I've ever seen. It was just to reset indicators. Going to start off here with the S&P 500, and this is really, really important, guys. This is 2022, and I'm going to try and put this side by side with 2008, and why this is so important. So you have 2022 over here. We'll put 2008 on the other side. So here's your 2008. Excuse all of this, all that. All right, there we go. So here's 2008, right? You can draw a trend line just like so. You could even draw it. Oh, we have log on. That's why that doesn't line up. So we have a really nice trend line here. Some confluence between some of these wicks here. Some confluence at this wick here. Essentially, we're here, right? What I'm trying to say is we are here. This is a bear market relief rally. It was amazing that people were saying that the S&P 500 is incredibly bullish and the dollar is bearish. When I get to the dollar, and keep this in mind, this whole point is we're finding confluence between multiple indicators and between multiple time frames, multiple different charts. What you're seeing right now is a bear relief rally with multiple indications of bearishness, right? We have almost 3 descending peaks. We also have a head and shoulders here, but this is 3 descending peaks. This is a bearish pattern, bearish continuation pattern. Here, I mean, you had the same thing, 1, 2, 3. We might get another small relief rally, but I would imagine if we dumped all the way down to here again, maybe something like this. Ultimately, I'm targeting 3,200, possibly lower. It just really depends on, if the government and the Federal Reserve can fix this shitstorm that they've put us in. And part of the problem with all of this is they've been lying to everybody. They're saying it's not that bad. We're not in a recession. The economy's doing great. Guys, let me tell you something. Go on Google and go search how high consumer credit is. Okay? And go look at every single other time we've hit all-time highs in consumer credit. People are literally just buying on credit. They don't even have the money to pay for anything, and they're not slowing down buying it all. This is like the 1920s when everyone's just spending every dime they have that's not even real because they're using the bank's money, and then everything crashes. Essentially, bankruptcy catches up to everybody. Their loans expire, and they go into harsher debt, and those basically everything kind of just waterfalls down. And eventually, this is kind of why we have a credit cycle. Eventually, all that credit catches up with the rest of the economy. No one can buy and afford really anything. And companies kind of, not necessarily like go bankrupt, but they sell less, they perform less, they lay off people. This is a cause and effect thing due to the credit cycle that we have. I scalped long this, shorted the way back down. Nice. Let's go. You're the GOAT. Learning from you made me comfortable to knowing this is going to break down, and this week it did. Good feeling when things play out. Yeah, of course. It's even better going back to all the trolls and just kind of give them a little knuckle sandwich, just like a little sure about that? It's unbelievable. Like, literally at the top, people are like, you're wrong, we're going to 28K. And we just dumped 15%. Like, these are people that just bought the top. And that's why they're so emotional and angry. That's why they're trying to tell you. Yeah, it's not rocket science, but for some people that don't understand financial credit, like the credit cycle or economic cycle, that's kind of how that works. But so far, just still seeing the same kind of thing with the S&P 500. Gonna skip the Dow today just because the Dow and the S&P are the same. Here with the NASDAQ, same thing. Nice little rejection. I'm fully anticipating the NASDAQ to go down to here. Possibly lower. Possibly the COVID low. We'll see. The XY, and this is astonishing to me, that people were saying that this is bearish, that this is falling off, that the DXY, and you had Game of Trades, you had all these clowns that drew a parabola like this, right? And we broke down. First of all, a parabola is eventually going to make a circle. So how the hell is price going to keep doing this the whole time? It's just not, it's impossible. The people that use parabolas to trade are terrible traders. Just ignore them. They don't have any idea what they're doing. Use horizontal support and resistance. If we zoom out, we look at this on a monthly level. We haven't lost a single area of support yet. Let's even remove this stupid ass parabola. We actually have retested an area of prior resistance into newfound support. We're actually looking to break out of another area of resistance. I am finding it hard to believe that anybody that's good at trading thought that this was bearish. Like, all the people that were looking for engagement or looking for attention were telling you that the dollar wasn't bullish. Also, I mean, just check this out. You have a nice clean double bottom. You actually have a somewhat of a breakout and retest here, and now we're just continuing to go higher. Again, I'm finding it very hard to believe that anybody worth a damn in trading thought that this scenario was bearish. But back to the weekly. Now you have people calling a double top. Part of the problem with calling this a double top is you have a big solid candle here. And I know that sounds stupid, right? Oh, one big solid candle doesn't mean anything. You have one big solid candle. You have stocks rejecting resistance. They didn't break out. They're rejecting resistance. You have Bitcoin literally crashing. Finding confluence with this. Like, there is no confluence. I don't see this being a double top. Now, could we continue to go sideways and then go up? Absolutely. That's definitely possible. But in my opinion, I think we just go up. The dollar is moving parabolically. This is not bearish movement. This is completely bullish. This is like, if this chart was Bitcoin, everyone and their mother would be telling you to buy it, or telling you to buy here, while most people were telling you that this was a breakdown, which it clearly wasn't. Moving on. Let's look at the total charts. Look at this. I mean, look how clean this is. We had this resistance drawn for quite a while. And if I'm going to be completely honest, if we were to reverse it all, I at least expect lows to be retested. That's lows on Bitcoin, lows on altcoins, lows on everything. I fully expect total to at least retest the lows. Do my parabola voice. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe I forgot. Bull's going to get wrecked. Look at the 3A chart. Dude, let's look at the last 10 months. This is a huge downtrend with a lot of weight. This is not just going... And it's funny, you have... And, you know, I really shouldn't call them out, but you have people like Eggers, right? And they're still calling for melt up. And nothing against Eggers. He can have his, you know, whatever he thinks is going to happen. But you have, I believe there's like Grant Van Gerden or whatever. He's German. You have a lot of people that are calling for a melt up. That kind of thing doesn't happen when you have a downtrend like this. You don't just V up like this. It just doesn't happen, right? And people will be like, oh, well, it happened during COVID. Well, COVID was a black swan event. Well, we were in one of the strongest economies we've ever been in. Of course it's going to recover, right? Like that's not... This is a downtrend that is supported by global recession. This isn't a downtrend supported by some random thing that happened out of nowhere, which was what COVID had. Like, COVID was a random event that happened out of nowhere. No one expected it. Markets reacted quickly and then recovered because we found out that COVID really isn't that big of a deal. You know, if you're a big COVID person, you all can have your opinions, but it kills less than like 0.1% in the United States. It's really not a big deal here. That's why our markets recovered. Oh, DXY broke the parabola. Yeah, okay, I remember what you mean. But yeah, so far, just rejecting resistance. We're our next target, or if we were to look for longs, at least short-term, medium-term longs, I would expect this bottom zone to be maybe get a nice clean double bottom here. It's very, very possible. I would like to see this go down to the white line. I'd really like to start DCAing heavily into this market, but yeah, so far I see this low getting retested. Total 2, same thing. Not a lot of overcomplications here. Not going to do Total 3 today because it just looks like a mess. But Total 2 is more just Ethereum. I'm fully expecting the lows to be grabbed. Let's look at Tether dominance. I mean, look at this. Look at this. This isn't even bearish. You had people saying that this was bearish. This is just a large pullback. We went up 300%. And people were like surprised that we pulled back some. I mean, we pulled back, what did we pull back? Like 50%? 40%? Yes, but we went up 300%. A pullback is going to happen, folks. Come on. Let's look at the daily. I mean, look at this. Look how clean this descending wedge was. Breakout. I mean, if you look at Bitcoin, there was a clear ascending wedge there. I again had a really hard time following any sort of bullish narrative. I had a couple of analysts, I'm not going to call them out, but they were bullish. They used moving averages. Okay, that's great. Your moving averages are showing you something, but there's 100 other indicators here that are telling us that this is going to happen. Plus, we're looking at other sorts of confluence, such as tether dominance, such as dollar dominance, I guess, and compared to Bitcoin. And all of them are bullish, and Bitcoin is already showing signs of bearishness. Find confluence in your analysis, and you will trade 10 times better. Why do some people, I mean, that's just their opinion. I mean, I don't want to, most of the people in my Discord are generally smart. I mean, then again, I'm not really in the general chat all the time. I pop in from time to time. I'm usually with the Patreons because they want to learn and they have more, they generally have better questions to ask. But, if people really don't believe that it matters, that's their opinion and you can't change it. And you shouldn't. Don't even waste your energy. It's not worth your time. Interesting that people with trading experience with different views on what's going to happen. Yeah, it is. It really is. But yeah, again, very hard for me to believe that people were bullish on crypto when this was happening. For those of you that don't know, when tether dominance is showing bullishness, it's usually not a good sign for Bitcoin and altcoin. Speaking of Bitcoin, let's go into Bitcoin. So, first thing to note, going to explain my past couple posts because apparently people did not understand. We had 3 layers of momentum divergence. We had RSI divergence. We had bearish price action. Each of these green candles are going down as our trend is going up from point A to point B. We also have an ascending wedge. No matter how you want to look at it, let's open up a different chart just so I can make it clear. No matter how you look at it, this is an ascending wedge. Here's your uptrend, and it's a very, very choppy uptrend, but here's your uptrend that eventually forms the wedge. Part of the problem with this is because it was so choppy that it's hard to call this an uptrend, which is, again, a big reason why I was bearish. This is not a bullish. Where on earth have you ever seen Bitcoin do a huge upward move after a crazy amount of chop like this? Never. It's never happened, right? All of this was just a reset, the weekly, the daily, probably bring the monthly back to median. Let's see, median RSI. Yeah, probably bring the monthly back up a bit. But overall, this was not bullish, not in the slightest, and it still isn't. And we're more than likely going to retest these lows before any type of reversal happens. You have a ton of volume on this breakdown, especially with how solid this red candle is here. But yeah, guys, confluence. We had tether dominance showing bullishness. We had multitudes of divergence, price action, and ultimately a bearish reversal pattern on Bitcoin. Again, I had pointed some of these things out. People ignored me. People called me an idiot. Whatever. This isn't magic. This isn't some crazy, oh, you were right because it's going to pull back eventually. No, I was right because all the signs are there on the chart. And I'm not going to long near the top. For a lot of people that maybe bought here, they probably bought somewhere in here right around 22K. If you sold the top, you made 7%. So in basically a month's time, you made 7%. Bitcoin literally did nothing for an entire month. Right? Literally just went sideways the whole time. That's not bullish movement. To me, that looks like distribution. If it's truly bullish, this thing explodes. If this is truly a double bottom, it will explode. That's how this works. This is a volatile asset. As soon as you start seeing something like this, where we're just chopping sideways at the top of resistance, that's usually distribution. I believe it could hit 12K. Yeah. My DCA entries, it's just once a week. I just literally DCA once a week every Monday. It's not like a price point. It's 1% every single week. Yeah, I think I'm doing a little bit of Link, not a lot though. I'm not really interested in altcoins because I don't know where they're going to be in the future. Also, again, another sign for a lot of people got really wrecked on this. Guys, look at RSI. Let me get rid of some of this. Look at RSI. We had a solid uptrend line in RSI. On, let's see, on this day here, before we even broke down, we broke our RSI trend, right? That to me was a signal we're going to dump. That is a foretelling signal we are going to dump. This trend on RSI is held for quite a while, although I don't really like RSI as a whole. Using one indicator, especially RSI, to give me an accurate peek of what's going to happen. That gave me a good clue that we were going to dump. Pretty crazy how that works out that way. Let me see. These freaking bots, man, not work. Need them to work. See if I can get these to work. I don't know what's wrong with the cloud bot, but I do have a couple of announcements. If you guys do join the Discord, you'll see them probably next week. So first and foremost, my trading school, I had a 4-month-long session last January. There are plenty of Patreon testimonials. If you're interested in learning how to trade, how to use the system, how to just have better overall risk management, especially in reading charts, you're more than welcome to join that class. It'll be 4 months long, 2 sessions a week, about an hour to an hour and a half a session. All the sessions are recorded live, so you'll get to look. You can go back and watch them whenever you want, and it's all done through Patreon. So if you're interested in that, see the bot that comes up, hopefully. If not, there's full information in my Discord and on Patreon. The Patreon link is on Twitter, and there's one in Discord. With that said, so you guys know I'm partnered with BitGet. Been working with them. They're going to do a private trading competition just for me. So I'm trying to work out if we're going to do a $5,000 or $10,000 prize. So basically the top 3 people win like $5,000 or $10,000. Like I said, not entirely sure yet on the prize pool. But if you're interested in that, we're going to do that in October. So all you have to do, sign up, make an account, use my link. You get 15% off your fees. You have to hit a certain quota of dollar volume. So I believe it's only like 3,000 in volume for the whole month. So if you have a $3,000 account, you make one trade, you meet that threshold. Now, granted, it is a trading competition, so you do need to have the highest percentage gain overall. So I wouldn't recommend leverage, but if you'd like to, you can. I'm going to see if I can work out like some kind of calculation that removes the leverage. So if it was all 1x who actually made the most, instead of, because you could have 100 times trade and you just get lucky and win. So I'm going to see if we can somehow do that. But with all that said, guys, trading competition in October. If you'd like to sign up, I've used BitGet for a while now. They've impressed me solely with everything that they add when either I requested or you guys requested, whoever. Their consumers are saying like, hey, we'd like trailing stop losses. They add them. They have a great support team, and like I said, lowest fees of any exchange if you use my links. Looks like these bots are not working, and I kind of need them to because you guys will be able to see like the Discord link. I don't know why this shit. Let me double check. I have to go and fix this. Super annoying, but it's definitely necessary, especially if you guys want just like the quick access. Let's see. MACD was crossing, but that's just one indicator, right? We can't rely on one indicator to give us an accurate representation of what's happening. That's why we try to find confluence. That's why we need things that ultimately add up. Like I need to see at least 5 to 7 things before I make a trade. I'm not just making a trade because RSI is overbought or oversold. That's actually a really terrible reason to make a trade. Maybe if I turn them off and turn them back. Tell you what, man, this is annoying. These things aren't working. Ridiculous. All right, we'll just carry on. Hopefully it'll work. So what am I looking at next? I'm really anticipating the lows to get tested. We might have a little bounce this weekend. Might get one of these all the way to the downside. Fully expecting this 19 to 17K level to be tested. We'll leave that there. See where we're at Monday. Let me go in and let's look at Ethereum. Let's see if we can see anything on Ethereum that gave us a clue too. So here right away, you can see that volume's going down, prices going up. Bearish price action or bullish price action, exhaustion. You also have 3 waves of momentum divergence. Again, you have divergence this entire time on RSI. One last leg up, which could have fooled people, could have not. Unfortunately, we weren't really at a very clear resistance level. But again, this is an altcoin, right? Although I really like Ethereum and don't necessarily consider it an altcoin, it doesn't trade with the precision that Bitcoin does. Real quick here, we do have an RSI breakdown here and a trend breakdown. So ultimately, I am expecting Ethereum to hit this 1,300 to 1,000 level as well. We'll leave a box there and try and remove some of this. People might throw risk management out the window and lose their money as they're becoming blinded by the prize pool. A nice idea, don't know. Well, that's entirely their fault, right? If you're just trading normally, or you maybe want to trade a little bit more and you remain within risk management, I don't understand how you would just lose more money. Again, I'm trying to work it out where it basically just takes everyone's leverage that they use because I know all of you people use leverage. I don't, and basically just makes it all on the same playing field, if that makes sense. Well, whales haven't been accumulating this whole time. Whales have actually been distributing. And that's been, frankly, very obvious. Man, this thing's ridiculous that this is... Let's see. Let's give it a second. Yes, you can. You can use Bitget I believe anywhere. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to see if this damn cloud bot will work. It's giving me the hardest time, and I don't know why. Let's see. Man. Funny how people still talk about Ethereum going to pump after a 94% increase since June, while Bitcoin only increased like 40%. Yeah, also Bitcoin really underperformed the index stocks. Wow, look at this. We're already dumping. Let's go to a lower time frame. Check this out. Yeah, the 4-hour looks like it doesn't even want to stop dumping. I know it's very, very oversold here, but this doesn't even look like it's ready to stop. Let's see the 30-minute. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's pretty ugly. Looks like we're going to continue going lower. This is great. I would much rather us go lower. I want a DCA lower. We'll obviously accumulate lower. And I still believe we have at least another 1 to 2 legs lower to go, whether it be 12 or 6K. We shall see. This damn bot would work. Well, in the meantime, since the bots are not working, there are links in the description, both for Bitkit, the trading school, and Discord. If you guys want to stay up to date and get alerted every single time I go live, or just kind of keep in conversation with everybody, Discord's free. Join it. It's a good time, good community. Sometimes we do, we just have like late nights where everyone just gets together and we just talk. I'm a very real person. I'm always down to hang out with everybody. Yeah, the Mt. Gox thing is mostly FUD. They're not allowing them to crash the market. They're getting it piece by piece. They're not just sending everybody their entire amount that they used to have. They're getting it bit by bit, piece by piece. So even if they do sell, it's not just going to crash the market. A lot of people are being misled by the Mt. Gox thing. It's actually not as big of a deal as you think it is. Yes, it's a lot of Bitcoin going back, and if they do sell it all over time, it'll probably dump the market here and there. But overall, it's really not that big of a deal. Meaning it's not, I mean, it's a big deal, but it's not going to crash the market on the day that it's like I said, it's coming piece by piece. They're doing it in a way that it doesn't just nuke the market, which is smart because people that are trading that day would get absolutely hosed. Absolutely hosed. Let's see if this works. Five. Just do not understand how this bot. Idiots like Moon, Carl, MM Crypto, Bitcoin, Sailor leave crypto. The next bull run begins. Maybe. I mean, we've also been dumping for quite a while. Man, I can't believe these bots are. Yeah, it's ridiculous. They're just not. I'll have to play with it later. When do you expect housing to crash? 2023. I'm expecting May 2023. I expect this winter. Most people won't be out looking for a house to begin with, and aside from that, it's already starting to come down. I'm really expecting after midterms, pretty much every market crashes. I mean, they're holding everything up for midterm. I cannot believe these. Well, yeah, guys, I'm gonna have to figure that out. But for now, if you're interested in everything, there are full links in the description under the video. Would really like a like and subscribe. If you subscribe, you'll get alerted when I go live. With all that said, I really don't have anything else to cover today. Remember, trading school starts the first week in September. So if you do want to sign up in September. Please read the full details on Patreon. I'm not going to answer questions that are easily answered if you read the details on Patreon. With that said, remember also there is a trading competition this October, private trading competition with just me and my community. I will be participating in it, and the top 5 will get. We're still trying to figure out the prize pool, whether it's $5,000 or $10,000. With all that said, guys, please have a good weekend. Stay away from charts. Go get some sun. We're about to enter the fall season. Go enjoy yourselves. You guys deserve it. The market just dumped. There's nothing to short. There's not a reversal to long. Go enjoy your weekend. With all that said, please be patient. Users management.